2021. Joined today by Councilman Jacobs. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
All right, and also joined by Kelly Diaz on behalf of the county. Good afternoon, Kelly.
Good afternoon.
All right. Absent today, unfortunately, Mayor Kirkland will not be able to join us. He is out and about in the city as today is the first day of spring cleanups, and he and Councilwoman West are doing their ride along. So great to hear, taking advantage of this beautiful day. Wish I could. And we are also without Director Bracy on behalf of Governor Wolf and DCED. So we're left to do the heavy lifting, guys. All right. So our first matter of business is approving the minutes from, I don't think it's February 9th. We should be approving the second meeting in February. Let me double check that date. Sorry about that. We have February 9th on our meeting agenda, but I believe it was 2 weeks thereafter. I believe it was the 24th that we should be approving.
That's correct, Mike. It's the 24th.
Okay.
I have 23rd. I'm looking at the minutes.
23rd, I'm sorry, 23rd.
23rd. We're all over. Sorry about that. So the minutes were circulated to the full group. Short of the correction on the agenda, are there any adjustments to the actual minutes that were circulated? All right. I guess I first should entertain a motion to approve.
Motion?
We have a motion by Ms. Diaz
A second.
and a second by Councilman Jacobs. Thank you. Are there any questions or corrections to the minutes? All right. Hearing none, entertain a motion to put this matter before a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, have the same right. Hearing none, minutes from February 23rd, 2021 are approved. Our second matter of business for today's meeting is appointment of a new secretary. Cody Deal joined our team in December, but I was a little remiss in taking formal action to recognize him as the secretary for this committee. With your approval, I'd like to move forward and have that officially on the record today. So I'd like to entertain a motion to appoint Cody Deal as our secretary.
So moved.
All right, thank you.
Second.
Thank you, Councilman Jacobs. Thank you, Kelly. So put this matter before a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, have the same right. Hearing none, motion carries. Cody, thank you for all that you're doing and getting these public comments and agendas and minutes out to us and keeping us flowing rather seamlessly, working together with Ms. Cleveland there to bring about this virtual production, if you will. So thank you for all that you do. Is there anything that you wanted to share with the committee?
No, I'm happy to do it. Glad to be a part of the team. Looking forward to getting more work done.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we are also joined today by Chief of Staff, Vijay Kapoor. Vijay, would you like to give us the status of the Receivers Recovery Plan? Would you like to speak to that agenda item?
Sure, happy to do that. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, my webcam is not working, so you can just see my static face here. In terms of what we have been working on, we're spending a lot of time beginning to pull together information for the amended recovery plan, which is due to the court on April 7th, so a little bit under a month now. To that end, a significant amount of time has been spent by our financial consultant, PFM, in trying to develop a multi-year baseline projection which will allow us to have a sense of the city's financial condition over a year-over-year basis. Now, this will be a projection, but it will allow us to, I think, have a better sense of the of the situation, the financial situation that the city is in, and that will hopefully be completed within the next week or two. On some of the workforce areas, we're continuing to have conversations with some of the various unions as to their labor contracts. The Teamsters contract, which is expired. The police and fire contract is not up until the end of this year. So continuing to have conversations certainly with them. Our operations team is continuing to work with the Public Works Department, and we will also have a deadline of early next week for the receiver to intervene in the matter involving the city's parking contract. And we anticipate having a filing in that case by early next week. So that's a high level in terms of what we've been working on. I'm happy to answer any questions that the committee may have on these matters.
I just have a question, Mr. Kapoor. The filing that you just mentioned, can you share what the nature of the filing would be?
VJ, you're on mute.
I'm sorry, Councilman. Was your question related to the filing with respect to the parking matter? Or was it with respect to the plan? The parking matter. So with respect to the parking matter, sir, there's ongoing litigation as between Widener University and the city's parking manager and the city.
Right.
The Court of Common Pleas, Judge Dozier, several weeks ago asked the receiver whether or not the receiver would be formally intervening in the matter on behalf of the city. We had indicated to the court that we would be, and the court had provided us with additional time, I believe 30 days from that, to actually file the actual sort of formal intervention. So what that filing will be basically the receiver's sort of formal intervention in the parking matter, in the parking litigation.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Kapoor. Thank you, Councilman, for the update. Moving on to our next agenda item is a brief update from me. My brief update is to refer everyone to the website, chesterreceivership.com, where all of our work in progress is being documented and logged. Additional resource materials available on that site, as well as information related to community calendars being built out, and definitely requesting as much information as we can to continue to share that abroad. But the filings that VJ is referring to and more all can be found on our website. I'd also like to encourage folks to sign up for our monthly newsletter, first distribution going out this week. But beyond that, you can also access the sign up and the information from that newsletter on the chesterreceivership.com website. So thank you all for another meeting. Our next agenda item here is the comment section, and I'll lead off with referring to the public comments that were shared last week and then updated yesterday. Cody working diligently there to update us through through yesterday afternoon, I believe, was when we received the second round of updates. In all, we have 93 public comments received. Um, I'm pretty sure 100% pertain to the Chester Water Authority. I can't find any of the lists that stand out differently. I'll reiterate our position that this is not really a matter before my office at this time, as this was already in litigation and continues to be handled in the Commonwealth court system. So just like you, I'm anxiously awaiting that outcome. But moving beyond public comment to general comments from the committee members, I'll defer to Councilman Jacobs first. Is there anything that you'd like to discuss with the committee, with my team, with the public?
No, I don't have anything at this moment, Mr. Receiver.
All right. Thank you, sir. And to the county, Kelly Diaz, is there anything that you'd like to discuss?
No, not at this time. Thank you, though.
All right. Well, thank you all again for participating. This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.